granddad was a sheep cocky and dad was a sheep cocky, and I guess I'm a sheep cocky. I live here because I belong here, I guess, and it is good sheep country. I know just about every rock on it. I think I've turned most of them upside down now to have a look at them. And this country is the most unique patch of ground that you'd ever find anywhere. This is where the dinosaurs were. When I first come here, I found a small piece of dinosaur bone. It's about that long, and it was 10 years later before I found another thing. And all we had was this little old 50 horsepower tractor, and then we went and we dug, and we found the remains of a huge, huge dinosaur. What we've got here, it's about 10% of what we've dug so far, and what we've dug so far is about 1% of what we've got around. It's absolutely amazing. We haven't even scratched the surface. And now we know Australia has got dinosaurs, and there's a lot of them, and I'm passionate about seeing these things come to light so that people all over the world can come and see them. It's pretty fascinating, and I think it tells us something too. You know, you can go back and look at these animals that lived 95 million years ago, and they're gone. And one day probably mankind might be the same. We're not as big and grand as we think we are. I'll always be a farmer, I'll always be a sheep cocky, but I think the dinosaurs are probably the most exciting and the most interesting part of my life.